Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Katelyn and I like to film eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos, as well as the occasional other content sprinkled in. So if you like indie makeup, if you like eyeshadow palettes, if you like beauty content in general, and also if you just like me, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you're seeing it again. And I have a 2-look video with the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette for you all today. And listen, I know everyone and their mom is posting content on all platforms with this palette, and a lot of people are sick of it, but I gotta do my 2 looks. I love Natasha Denona. I have a Natasha Denona ranking video and then like palette battle video. Like she's one of my favorite brands, so I wasn't gonna not give you all content with this palette. So anyways, one look is a very quick, easy, simple look. The other look's gonna be a little bit more dramatic, I think. I haven't done the second look. I'm filming it today, but anyways, that's the plan, so that you can see kind of a variety of the palette, either quick, easy looks or more dramatic, sultry looks. But anyways, if you want to see that, which I'm assuming you do since you already clicked on this video, let's go ahead and get on into it. So really quick, let's talk about the palette. This is the packaging, like the outer box packaging, and then it says it has a 24-month open container. It is not tested on animals. It is paraben free, alcohol free, preservative free, mineral oil free. Yeah, I think that's it. It is distributed out of New York and made in Italy. And this palette, here is the actual packaging. I love it. It has such a fun like retro vibe. Has the holes in the back so you can pop out the pans. They are magnetic. And here's the inside of the palette. Sorry, it's not perfect because I've already used it, but there we go. So gorgeous. Such a pretty cool toned rosy color story. This palette is featuring new formulas from her. So we have her matte formula, metallic formula, the sparkly, the like shimmering sparkly foiled formula or something like, or the sparkling foiled formula, I think is what it's called. That was debuted not in the Yucca palette, but I think like the, was it the Love face palette or the Glam face palette, or whichever one that was, one of the face palettes, they featured the sparkling foiled formula there. For me, I didn't grab that one. The Yucca palette was the first one that had that, and I really love that formula. And then we have a sparkling wet formula, and that's one of the new ones, is the sparkling wet. And then the glistening wet. So I think there's 3 shades with the new formula. So the sparkling wet is on the shade Delilah, and then the glistening wet is on the shade Sheen, and then the sparkling wet is on the shade Mia. So these are the 3 shades with the new formula. It's interesting, she has no powder, like matte, or what is it? Cream to powder shades in this palette. So anyways, here are the swatches of the 3 shimmers with the new formula. They look really pretty. Those are just finger swatches, no primer or anything. I used one of them on the inner corner for the first look. You'll see it in a sec. Which one was it? It was Sheen, and whoo, it was shiny. So definitely gives like a wet effect on the lid, which is what I think they're saying they do. So anywho, yeah, that's the gist of the palette. So let's go ahead and get into look number 1. So I mentioned in a recent video that I used to do a series called To Shadow Tuesday on my Instagram, where I did super quick, super easy looks that were just like slap them on and go type of thing. And a lot of the comments I got on that video were like, please bring that back. Like, I love doing more intricate eye looks, but sometimes you ain't got time. So the first look we're going to do with this palette, and I might try and do this with every review going forward, is just giving an option that's like real quick, real easy, and then doing like a more elaborate look as well. But I am running late today, so we are going to do a very quick look. This is the first look I'm filming, so you'll have seen me, like, intro is future me at the time that I'm filming this. That's confusing, I shouldn't explain that. But yeah, I'm wearing like very rust color pants and sweater, so I'm gonna have to keep this like try not to go so cool tone with it. It might look a little weird with my outfit, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm so excited about this palette. This is my first time like really like looking at it, and it is so pretty. It's so pretty. So let's do a super fast, super easy, super simple look today. My lids are primed with the Hourglass eyeshadow base, and sorry if my like neck is disturbing you because it's really weird. I'm having like a breakout happening here, but anyways, I'm gonna take the shade Silhouette, and I'm gonna use this angled eyeshadow brush from Glamlight. It's from the Glamlight Scooby-Doo collection in particular, if you're curious. And I always start with a shadow wing. Like when I am doing a look that I don't have a ton of time for, that's kind of always my base, because sometimes that's all I do is a shadow wing and I call it a day. Now this got a little thick, so we're gonna have to do something else, because otherwise this will for sure transfer to my crease, just because of like how my eyes are shaped. See, like it's gonna lift up and move, probably more on this side than this side. But so this is the deepest shade in the palette. I feel like it goes pretty deep, at least for me. Like I think that's pretty dark of a brown. And the reason that I always do, like when I don't have a ton of time, I like to do a shadow wing, one because it adds definition, but I prefer a shadow wing to like actual eyeliner, just because I feel like it's easier to manipulate. And you know, when you don't have a ton of time, that's when your eyeliner is gonna go, it's just gonna get wild on you, you know. And honestly, I don't even know that I've worn eyeliner in like a hot minute. I feel like I almost always do eyeshadow as my eyeliner. And then this will clean up, it'll lift when I clean up my under eyes. But okay, that is basically gonna be the wing. And then trying to decide if I want to put anything into the crease. I do. Okay. I take this other Scooby-Doo and Glamlight brush. These are just the ones that are right next to me, but this is a blending brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Wit. I feel like if I'm keeping this like pinky and brown, we're not necessarily going super cool toned. So, and had I decided things in a different order, I probably would have done the crease first and then the shadow wing, but I wasn't sure what I really wanted. So, and when you don't know what you want, you just gotta go for what you know you do want when you don't have a ton of time. You can't sit here debating things, you know? Oh, and if you like the idea of Two Shadow Tuesday and you want to see that on my Instagram, I do it on my stories, or I'm going to do it on my stories. I make no promises that'll be every Tuesday, but it'll be at least some Tuesdays. And I might change it to like Tutorial Tuesday, because sometimes I do a little bit more than 2 eyeshadows. I go for like 3, but still keep it really simple. But anywho, I do that on Tuesdays on my Instagram stories, and my Instagram account name is KATELYNHOUSEMAKeup. If you want to go follow me there. I feel like I just want to go in, which of these formulas are what? Muse is the sparkling foiled, Sheen is the, I think, what is it, glistening wet. I wanted to try one of the new ones. I kind of want to, okay, we're gonna go in with Muse, which is this one in the middle here. The sparkling foiled she put in her last palette. What was the name of that palette? Oh, the Yucca palette, and I loved them. So I'm just gonna tap this with my finger on the lid. Oh my gosh, okay. That was like real metallic and opaque. I was gonna go over it with Sheen, but I don't know that we need that. So I was not expecting this to be as sparkly with a finger application as it is, but that's all right. If you want it, I'm going to work, so if you wanted something less sparkly for work, I bet Sheen would have been the move. But that sparkle just captured my eye, so that's basically going to be the look. I will come back to show you what it looks like all finished, but this is our quick, easy, simple look. I definitely think you can accomplish that with this palette in like multiple different ways. This might be a palette that's heavily featured on my Tutorial Tuesday for quick and easy looks, because I think it's a really good palette for me for work. That's usually when I'm doing the quick and easy look, is like if I'm going into the office, which I am today, and that's why I don't have a ton of time. Anyways, keeping this moving, I'll show you the finished look. Here we are. Here we are. Here's the finished look. I did the same shade Wit on the lower lash line that I did up top, and then I did put Sheen on the inner corner. And I would like to retract my prior statement where I was like, oh, if you did Sheen on the lid it'd be less sparkly, and I think it'd be less like sparkles, but it's definitely very high shine. So I think like if you wanted something like really toned down, I feel like Whisper's probably your bet. Because which formula is that? That's just the normal metallic formula. So there you go. These special formulas are definitely special. So yeah, this is gonna be look number 1. This is my super easy look. Really liked it, or really like it, really happy with it. And then let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. As I already stated, today's look's gonna be a bit more dramatic, so let's just start doing it. And I kind of want to create like sort of like a graphic eye shape. This is a Blend Bunny Cosmetics B1 brush, and I think I am gonna go into Silhouette again. That's the deepest shade in the palette, so if we're going for drama, I think we kind of need it. And I'm kind of just like following like my natural outer V shape of my own eye, sort of mapping it out to create like, I don't know how to explain it, but you see how like where my fold and my crease is, like I'm just following that so that I can create the definition of my own eye and enhance like my own eye shape. And this side got a little messy, but that's okay, I can fix it. We can carve that out later. So I think I want to go more rosy tone today. Okay, so I'm going to use my Singe Beauty EO5 brush and the shade Vague, which is like the darker of the two rosy shades. And we're just blending right over where we took that brown. But I'm not going to do it on the lid, just in the crease. Also, I always love the looks that Natasha does with her palettes when she announces them, so I'll probably try and recreate some of those. I think some of the ones I've seen have been like a graphic eye. I'm not trying to recreate them exactly, but they might be kind of similar to what we're doing today. I mean, if I was trying to recreate them, they'd be way similar, but I'm not trying to recreate them, is what I'm trying to say. Hers are probably better, is also what I'm trying to say. Mini Diffuminadora 808 brush from Milk Cosmetics, and the shade, we're gonna go Wit again. Sorry, I'm using kind of the same shades, but oh well. I'm giving you different kind of looks, so that counts for something, right? Normally I want to try out more of the palette, but I'm sure I'll be reaching for this palette a lot more, especially with like going into the office and stuff for work. I think this will be a really good palette for that. I'm gonna bring in a little bit of Fair on that same brush just to lighten up the edges a little bit more, just to create a more cohesive blend, I guess. Okay, I mean that's kind of it for like the matte crease. I feel like I could blend that a little bit better over here. I need to clean up the lids and then I will come back. Okay, so we carved out the lid a bit more. You could leave this all matte and just tap over your lid with the shade Fair, and I think that would be really pretty. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna go in with the shimmers. Okay, I'm gonna try and go into different shimmers than I did yesterday because I used Muse and Sheen yesterday. So I think I want to go into Mia, maybe Mia, Delilah, Filigree. Yeah, okay. We're gonna start with Filigree. We're gonna go the darkest shimmer first, and that's Filigree right there. And I am gonna spray this with Fix Plus. And Filigree, I believe, is one of the sparkling foiled formulas. Yes. And I'm running this along the edge where we have the brown, pretty much. Okay, I'm gonna flip to the other side. Oh, I'm using a ColourPop flat brush that I got for free at some point. And I'm gonna flip to the other side. And I think I'm gonna go into, I think I'm gonna do the shade Whisper. I know that's just a normal metallic, but we're gonna tap Mia probably over it, so I think it should be okay. And then we can get a feel for her normal metallics, like, you know, for those of you that want something not super sparkly. I still think the shimmer is nice, but it's definitely not like as special as the other shade. That is for sure. I'm gonna take this Sigma E55 eyeshadow shading brush and we're gonna go into the shade Mia down here. And I am gonna spray that with Fix Plus 2. And I'm just going to start that into the inner corner and bring that into the crease a little bit. Yeah, look at how high shine that is compared to that other shade. It's almost because these two are so sparkly and this one's not. It's like I have like a reverse halo Like I'm shiny on the two outsides, but not on the inner part, but we'll just put, whatchamacallit, Mia all over that other shade. Just to help that blend a little bit better, but yeah. That's so pretty. Okay. And then I need to clean up the rest of this, come back. I'll show you the finished look because I'm just going to do the same mattes up top that I did on bottom, and then Mia's going to be our inner corner shade. So it should be pretty straightforward, but I'll come back once everything's done. Okay, here is the finished second look, and I am really happy with how this turned out. I did exactly what I said I was going to do. And let's talk about this palette. So I have used not that many shades. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've used 9 of the 15 shades, which I guess isn't that bad, but I played with kind of the same mattes each time. It was just the shimmers that I mixed up. So I haven't really tried the cool tone taupey mattes, so I can't really give my thoughts on those. But the shimmers I really like. I will say Whisper and Travertine are her normal metallic formula, which is fine. It's kind of similar to the Viseart formula where it's like nice, it looks pretty, doesn't add texture. It's a fine shimmer, but it's not special. And I feel like those two shimmers, Whisper and Travertine, feel very lackluster compared to all of the special shimmers that are happening. But I think if you're somebody who wanted a softer, subtle, not super sparkly look, you can get that with this palette, and then you can go super sparkly too. So I think it's for, you know, just those two shades. If you're somebody who only likes sparkly shimmers, you are going to be disappointed in those. The rest of the shimmers though, I mean, I haven't used all of them, but I have swatched them and they are pretty. And the ones I have used, I think are absolutely stunning. Mattes blended no problem, like I feel like they normally do, at least for me, for Natasha Denona. I know some people feel differently about that, but I'm super happy with this. If you do want to pick this up, you can get this at Ulta, Sephora, and also the Natasha Denona website. The Natasha Denona website I have a code with. It is Katelyn, and it saves you 15%. That's actually where I ended up ordering mine from, so that I could save some money. But the overall, being at the other place, and I don't know, I thought I saw something where it sold out at Sephora. I don't know, it might actually be sold out. I'll link in the description box where it's still available. But anyways, I really like this. I think I'll get a lot of use out of it, especially for getting ready for work and when I go into the office and want something not super intense or colorful. So I think it's a really pretty palette. I like the tones of the neutrals. So anyways, I'm happy with my purchase. I did want to mention that my friend Brittany Ray Beauty did a comparison of this with the Mario Ethereal Lights palette, I believe, and I don't have that palette. I always wanted that palette, so I actually bought the Be Perfect Cosmetics Gravity palette when it came out because I was like, oh, it's giving that same vibe, so I'll get this one. And then Natasha Denona released this, and I was like, okay, I probably didn't need to grab the Gravity one because I like the Natasha Denona formula better than the Be Perfect formula, but they're the two. This one's a little bit more gray and this one's more like neutrals, but you have a lot of overlap between the two. So anyways, just wanted to highlight that. If you were curious about seeing some swatch comparisons for that palette, you should go check out Brittany Ray's video. I will make sure to link that down below as well. Anyways, that's it for me, and I will see you all next time. Bye!